Hey y'all, Zach here. In today's video, we're going to be seeing how rare is 15 pull-ups and where does that place you among the general population, right? Before we get into today's video though, I would like to quickly shout out my workout program. Again, this is a program I designed myself and it helped me get to a 405 bench, a 635-pound deadlift, and a soon-to-be 500-pound squat, all naturally. And again, all for the price of $5. All right, back to today's video. So getting straight into it, 15 pull-ups, right? Pulling up from the statistics from Google, right? Apparently it's very rare. It's elite. I mean, that's what I've heard too in person, right? A lot of people can't even do one pull-up. The average man can barely do 5, right? So being able to do 15 obviously puts you in a high category, right? And coming from personal experience though, there was a pull-up station, a pull-up / dip station at my trails in my neighborhood. And this is way before I had a gym membership because I was just a kid, right? So I'd walk the trails with my dog and I'm like, oh, pull-up bar. I want to see if I could do it, right? And I proceeded to do probably about 6, right? Probably six, 7. And it was, pretty interesting, right? And I just kept doing it and I kept doing it and I got better and I got better. And I've noticed a lot of back hypertrophy, right? I mean, that was kind of the only back exercise I was doing. And I remember when I was younger, I was also looking up how to get a 6-pack in 6 minutes. Like everyone else was back in 2016, 2015. And a lot of people were like kind of highlighting the pull-ups, right? Which is weird because it's really just a back exercise. But I mean, I guess it does engage the core. But I did it and I was at a lower body fat because of course I'm a kid. I'm about 150. And I did see a 6-pack, right? But the coolest thing was, my back development, right? Me doing a pull-up. But the biggest thing was I thought pull-ups were pretty easy, right? And I didn't know how rare or statistically like impressive pull-ups were, right? Obviously, again, I'm like a buck 150, so your body weight is a heavy factor when it comes to how many pull-ups you could do. That's why it's kind of jaw-dropping and eye-turning when you could see someone who's like 240 plus doing freaking 15 pull-ups. Like at that point, that might be more impressive than like a 315 bench. That's debatable, but that might be impressive. I'm talking strict form and just freaking, consistency. Like the ROM is amazing and stuff like that, right? So yes, 15 pull-ups is considerably like impressive. Elite, I wouldn't say it's elite, but it just depends on, who you are, right? It's funny because like this is kind of calisthenics. It's like the opposite of, you know, weightlifting, right? The heavier you are in weightlifting, it's not as impressive when you're bench pressing 315. Like if you're 250 bench pressing 315, you're strong regardless. But a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, mass moves mass. Whereas if you're that same 250 dude and doing 15 pull-ups, they're like, God damn, bro, I guess mass does move mass, right? Like shit, it's like a context kind of thing, right? But again, getting back to me doing those like pull-ups for about 7, I had an athletic background, right? I was playing football, I was playing basketball. I just enjoyed being in the gym, right? That's just who I was. So again, I had another advantage when it came to that, and my weight also being a big factor, and to me being able to do as many pull-ups as I can. So getting back to the question, is 15 pull-ups impressive or elite? Again, it really just depends. I mean, to the average person, hell yeah, it's like crazy no matter the body weight, especially the age. So yeah, in general, yeah, it's impressive as hell. Elite, it just depends, right? Like I said, if you're 200 plus, right? Like, cause the pull-up clip you saw in the beginning of the video, I'm weighing about 214. I'm over 200 pounds. And that was me just pulling up. That was the first thing I did in the gym, right? My shoulders were fried and I was like kind of gassed out. I mean, shoot, right after that, I just did 225 close grip, right? But I was like, fuck it, it's arm day. Let me test out like 15 pull-ups. Let me see if I can do 15 pull-ups. And yeah, I can. I believe I could do even more. And pull-ups are always one of my biggest factors or biggest, exercises that I do that is in my workout program. Because it's just something I've always been doing and I've always seen growth. So it's like, why not keep doing it, right? If it ain't broke, why fix it? Now, if we get into weighted pull-ups and you're doing about 15, yeah, you're impressive, right? I even tried like weighted pull-ups. I'll have a video. and that was, you know, a game changer, but I'm still doing full wrong, right? I mean, as someone who can deadlift 635, I should be able to do decent amount of pull-ups, right? Because again, to be able to pull that kind of weight, especially with no straps, because your grip strength is another factor. I believe my pull-ups should be around there, right? Again, pull-ups are a huge, you know, factor strength, right? It's funny too, because a lot of people are like, okay, you could bench this much, you could deadlift this much, but let me see your pull-ups, right? Which is, you know, it's fair, because if you're able to pull your body weight up for a amount of reps, yeah, that is pretty damn impressive. Like I said, especially if you're above 200, right? Like, I'm kind of scared of men who are like fucking beer belly and all, and they're like doing like 15, 10 plus pull-ups. Like, holy, yeah, I don't want to get in a fight with this kind of guy, right? And again, like I said, grip strength is another factor. And that's kind of why I advocate for not using like straps. That's just my personal training method. I just don't like using straps. I feel like it will limit me, right? Obviously, if you are for bodybuilding purposes, it's amazing, right? Because you're taking your grip out of that factor and you're really making your back work out, right? For me though, I'm all for strength training and yes, hypertrophy, but really my biggest goal is to just get as strong as possible while looking decent. So that's why you won't see me using straps, but it is an amazing tool if your goal is not like power building or anything like that. But yeah, pretty much moral of the story, yeah, 15 is just insanely impressive. But again, depending on your body weight. But how many pull-ups can you guys do, right? I'm curious to see how much pull-ups my subscribers can, because I'm building a community just revolving around fitness, right? And you guys have commented some seriously impressive numbers. Like, I have some of you guys benching like 440 pounds, squatting 500 plus, deadlifting 600 plus. Like, dude, I'd like to know how much you guys could freaking do pull-ups, right? Because again, there's some dudes who are just beefy as hell, burly, and they're not doing any kind of pull-up, right? Because again, they don't train for that kind of method, right? They just strictly do bodybuilding, right? So pull-ups are like a different kind of strength, more calisthenics wise. But yeah, that's today's video. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down in the comment section below. But make sure to leave a like and subscribe. All right, appreciate you guys.